What if Naruto was the Avatar? Now, before we start this video, there's gonna be some very different things that I'm gonna be doing with this, so take that like very clearly. So the first change that's actually going to be happening is the fact that he will not in any way, shape, or form be connected to Korra. Why? Y'all, I ain't gonna lie, it was good at first, but it got ruined, and I no longer like Korra and because of that, I don't watch it. So after Korra ends up somehow, I forgot how it happened, but after Korra ends up breaking her whole Avatar line, something happens. You see, instead of the Avatar line being broken and destroyed permanently, a whole fucking half of the spirit Rava was also broken off with it. In turn of this happening, suddenly, with that mere ounce of new power, the Avatar, all of the previous ones, were gone. Cutting over towards the birth of Naruto. The day Naruto was born, a demon fox was sealed inside of him. But after being sealed inside of Naruto, it ends up changing with a dark power being released from it. Kurama begins to go angry, go mad, before he's suddenly grabbed by just blue energy that suddenly starts grabbing and holding Kurama down. Kurama looks around in confusion. Well, there he sees many people, hundreds of people. He looks so confused. Kurama instantly shot his hand out forward before a wall of earth would appear in front of him, a massive one, as all of them would hold up their hands. You shall not pass. You shall not lay a singular hand on Naruto Uzumaki. As suddenly Kurama begins to get held down by flaming spears that start shooting down, stabbing into Kurama in multiple brutal areas. Where the water was in Naruto, or aka his blood, starts flowing upwards into the seal, creating spikes that are also stabbed into Kurama. As all the avatars together begins to put so much power into creating something that's able to hold Kurama down. But many of the avatars know that for some reason they can sense it. They feel like they're not strong enough to keep this thing down for long. With Kurama barely being able to be held down by the avatars, calmness will sweep the area. And as Naruto grows up with just this weird aura around him. Many people wants to hate him, but for some reason they feel like, they can't explain it, but they feel like Naruto is the hope of the world. They feel like Naruto is exactly who and what they need. With that feeling from Naruto all of the time, many people straight up immediately started to always, and I mean always, be around Naruto. Almost like they were worshipping him. Naruto was seen as so much better than everyone. And to the day that Naruto just hated it. He hated the way people treated him. Half of the village hated him. The other half liked him too much. And he can't understand it. It's been said all across the village that even the other half of the village that doesn't hate him can't explain why they can't hate him. As Naruto grows up, Naruto watches the Uchiha. He loved watching over the Uchiha as they trained with their fire style. He also loved watching over certain members of the Sarutobi clan who trained with, wind style. Naruto admired watching their training every single day, and eventually, Naruto himself started his training. Whilst trying to train to perfect fireball jutsu, he could never do so. Naruto, no matter how much chakra he put into it, it just didn't work. So, whilst training, Naruto begins to calm his mind. Instead of thinking about fireball and jutsus like that, he says screw it. He cannot perform jutsu, so instead, he starts working on martial arts, trying to figure out a way to get taijutsu down. If he can't do, simple jutsu, he might as well learn how to fight. Whilst learning how to fight, Naruto loved fighting like, how do I explain it? You guys know how the Airbenders fight? He loved it. He thought of that as the coolest fighting style ever. And that is primarily the fighting style Naruto uses. Working day in and day out on doing so, he always would just be so smooth with it. Fluent. Until one day, Naruto saw a man named Danzo. Danzo was intrigued by Naruto, and he ended up showing Naruto wind style, vacuum blast barrage. Watching over Naruto for the next few weeks continued to do his regular training methods until one day he continued to think about the technique that the man used. Little does Naruto know, the man is watching him, watching over him. If nothing happens, he'll stop bothering the boy, but always have eyes on him considering the fact that he's the Nine Tails. But if something do happen, and it does. Whilst jumps up into the air, Naruto would spin and ends up delivering a chaotic burst of wind. Danzo's eyes would widen, though he can't see the attack. What he did see was the trees be split dead in half. Danzo would immediately think, the boy has it. That's incredible. I didn't think the kid would be able to pull it off, but I didn't even see him weave hand signs. Not one singular hand sign. That doesn't make any sense, Danzo would say. Until Naruto continued to try it over and over and over again. And he succeeds. Constantly doing the same technique over and over again, Naruto learns that everything he does is fluent. It's perfect, it's smooth, it's just right for him. So, now, time skip. Naruto could be seen sitting down. While sitting down in class, many people will see him looking at Naruto. The difference here is, eventually many people in the village slowly started to realize the fact that the people who dislike Naruto, they started putting rumors around the village that they were underneath a genjutsu, a spell by the demon, forcing them to like him, forcing them to love him. They started claiming that they were voodooed, and many people in the village, slowly but surely, started to realize and believe them. Their hatred was starting to come back. They were starting to become more and more hateful towards Naruto, pushing that hatred onto everyone. Eventually, Naruto just snaps. Everyone always does this to him. He ran off, and he started thinking about everything that's ever went on in his life. He was such a pacifist. He was so peaceful, and yet everyone always hated him. As in suddenly, Naruto was seen laying down in his bed. And the first thing he hears, then kick their asses. Naruto looks around immediately. What? Kick their asses? Show them why they should fear you. Show them all. Put them in their filthy places and make them feel like they are nothing. Because me personally, I'll never let anyone do me that way. But obviously, you and I are not the same. You take on more after Aang. You're more peaceful and pacifist, or whatever you call yourself. We're not like that, us. We are the avatars. We are meant to hold peace and order. And you shall do so. Now with this, Naruto could be seen laying down. Whilst laying down, he keeps thinking about that woman, the voice. So, he went back off into the forest and continued with his training. Whilst training, suddenly a man approaches him. His name is Danzo. He tells Naruto Your techniques are good. They're fluent. I truly do admire your skill. Explain to me how you're doing it, though. Naruto looked at me in confusion. What do you mean? I'm using wind style. You sure about that? You see, I myself don't actually see wind style. Danzo then would show him wind style gale palm, a technique that is very much so visible. That's wind style. Naruto would say, then I guess it's air style? As in, Naruto would turn around. Oh, because you guys are wondering why? Well, in the Avatar verse, wind bending or air bending is actually invisible to the naked eye. So they can't actually see it. I don't know how they're dodging, but they can't actually see it. So yeah. Anyways, Danzo starts telling Naruto to show him a leaf. Well, he gives Naruto a leaf and tells Naruto to channel chakra. And when Naruto channels his chakra into the leaf, it literally instantly turns to dust. Danzo's eyes would whiten in absolute shock. He gives Naruto another leaf, and suddenly this leaf literally disappears, almost turning into particles. Danzo's eyes would whiten. This is so rare. He seems to have an affinity for everything. He would look at Naruto in a devilish grin. Underneath, the fake little smile he hiding. Come with me. He immediately starts with Naruto. He would make up some pretty good lie to convince Hiruzen to let Danzo see Naruto for about a week. Now during this week, Danzo got his most dangerous fire user. This dude is a demon. And he's known as the Red Hawk of the Leaf. He starts training with Naruto, but Naruto does not like the way this guy fights. He fights too brutal. Way too brutal. This isn't a fighting style that he likes. This is weird. Okay. Let's try this again. Trying again and again and again, after doing attack after attack after attack, he didn't like this ninja's methods. And he almost was about to beat Naruto, until Naruto unleashed a massive burst of wind from his body that ends up blowing back the ninja and actually sending him flying through multiple walls. As Naruto looks at him, Naruto's eyes slowly start to glow a bluish white color for just a mere moment. No one was actually able to notice aside from Danzo himself. He looks at Naruto's eyes and he would think, interesting development. I'll have to check that out. Naruto looks at the man as he walks towards him slowly, grabs him and says, don't ever do that again. The man will look at Naruto and tell him, am I supposed to be afraid of you, brat? As Naruto grabs him by his throat tightly. Even if you're not, I'll give you more than a good enough reason to be. Naruto says. The man looks at him and says, kid, I'm training you. Don't you dare forget that. As Naruto looks at him and says, I didn't forget it. You're just not big enough threat for me. The man looks at Naruto and he says, fine. You want me to be a pretty big threat? As he grabs Naruto by the throat. Let me show you just how big of a threat I am. As fire starts exploding from the man, immediately Danzo says, enough! The man would throw Naruto aside. I can't train a rat like that. He's pathetic. Then you don't have to train him. We'll find someone else who can do so. Leave, now. The man rolls his eyes, gathers his things, and says, Lord Danzo, another thing, I don't trust the boy. Watch out for that kid. He could betray you. And if anything happens, I'll kill him. As the man ends up leaving, Danzo looks at Naruto. You okay, kid? His methods are a bit brutal, but he can get things done. As Naruto looks at Danzo, Naruto suddenly hears the same voice. You can't trust neither of them. Especially not that old man. You stay away from him. Do you understand me? Naruto now looks so confused. Danzo looks at him intrigued. What is it, boy? It's nothing, Naruto would say. Oh, it's very much so something. The voice then would say, "But you understand what I told you, right? You stay far away from that man." Naruto then asks out loud, "Who are you?" As Danzo would look on shocked, Is he speaking with the Nine Tails? That would be Danzo's immediate thought, but Naruto looked way too calm to be talking to the Nine Tails. If he was talking to the Nine Tails, there's no doubt that this kid would be in horror of the creature that he sees in front of him. So what is it that Naruto is speaking to, or who is it? She didn't reveal herself. Listen, I'm here because I am you, or at least a version of yourself, Kyoshi would say. My name is Avatar Kyoshi. These are the previous Avatar. Pointing out her hands, you will see multiple avatars. During our time with you, we done our research and we determined that I will be one of the best avatars suited for you, considering the type of world that you live in. He'll look at her in confusion. And what is an avatar? She then would say someone who has bending of all 4 elements, including their sub-bendings. Naruto looks at her in confusion. Bending? Kyoshi would smile. I love this part. Bending is control and flow of the primary 4 elements. Earth, wind, water, and fire, along with all of their sub-elements. Sub-elements? Ice, blood, nature, sort of. Very much so, sort of. Healing, light, combustion, metal, crystal, sand. The list goes on, kid. There's so much power that you hold as an avatar. As walking up will be Avatar Roku. The ways of the firebending you are going to learn were the ways of the original if you listen to what that man had showed you. And we refuses to allow you to use the ways that the Fire Nation abuses its fire. I would teach you the way of the dragon. As then Aang will walk up, I will teach you how to master windbending, as you call it. But it is actually called airbending. But whatever. Aang looks at Naruto, they would smile. As walking upward would be Karuk, and I will teach you waterbending. Did I say Kokoshibo? What is wrong with me? Kyoshi was then smiled devilishly, and I'll be teaching you earth and lava bending. Did you say lava? She would nod. As this happens, Naruto goes to sleep. Falling asleep that day, Danzo ends up taking Naruto home. And for Naruto, damn nearly almost a year, damn nearly a year had passed of him training with each avatar. 4 months, a few months with this one, a few months with that one. Point being, after this short time, he's mastered the basics of each element and has also mastered control over lava bending. So Naruto wants something else. Most avatars don't have this technique, but Naruto is slowly starting to detach himself from everything. Naruto is slowly starting to become more and more free. And the avatars are realizing that Naruto wants to, gain flight. Freedom. He wants to be free. And with each avatar learning of this, many of them does not want Naruto to go down that path. But some would actually agree, believing that this is the best thing for him. An avatar like himself, someone who comes from a world where being like Zahir, honestly speaking, probably would benefit from this. So with Naruto completely detaching himself, after the next few years, he's gained the skill of flight. Now after gaining flight, Naruto starts to abuse it. Everywhere he goes, he flies. He doesn't walk. He doesn't just run there, he flies. Everyone sees him flying all the time, and as Naruto's in the academy, he eventually ends up getting called to the Hokage's office. Hiruzen would ask Naruto, how is he flying? Naruto then explains himself. All he has to do is detach himself, and he lifts up into the air. No emotions, no values. I don't truly care for anything. Hiruzen hears this and would think that that's horrible, actually. But Naruto then would explain, it's great. It's freedom. It's true freedom. And Hiruzen has to sit there and just think to himself, okay, well, what I've heard things about what Danzo was doing. How was your training underneath him? And did he do anything to upset you? Naruto would shake his head no. The training was perfect. It was peaceful. It was fun. All in all. But there's one thing for certain. He looks at Hiruzen with a very serious facial expression. I want all of his Anbus away from me. And I want him to stay the hell away from me. Hiruzen looks shocked. He's never heard Naruto speak this way. And why is that? That man. There's something off about him. He'll say, I'm here for balance. That's what I'm going to be here for from here on out. And you're going to be getting a lot more people like me here. Hiruzen looks at him confused. People like you. Naruto turns and grins. Avatars. Oh, one more thing, you guys. So, windbending so far that I've seen, or airbending only has one sub skill, which is, I think it was flight. And while I was thinking about that, I thought, what else could you actually give an airbender for a secondary skill? And then the idea came to me. Well, gravity. And I know what you're thinking, or more or less, some type of skill that is able to basically increase the air pressure onto a person so much so to the point where he's able to rip out oxygen or just straight up have the air around them crush them slowly. So more or less, just the power to absolutely crush the person, because why not? So sub-skill will be gravity bending and skills such as that. With this, we time skip on over towards the beginning. Well, actually on over towards the battles. Now when Naruto walks into the ring and he's about to face Sasuke, everyone would cheer for Sasuke, with only a few people who, still don't have their hatred yet, who wasn't convinced by the village, would cheer on for Naruto. Naruto would crack his neck as he looks at him. You don't want to do this. Oh, but I do. Sasuke will look at Naruto, he will run for it, instantly go dead end for a kick. Naruto instantly dodge his kick with absolute ease. Sasuke goes in for another one, Naruto would dodge it. Goes in for another one, Naruto would just jump back just a few inches, hits a flump right over Sasuke. Sasuke comes running in with kick after kick, which in turn Naruto continues to dodge, or either dodge, block, or counter Sasuke's attacks. Everything Sasuke throws at him is getting to the point where he's getting angrier and angrier and angrier because everything that he fucking throws at him just keeps on missing. This is driving Sasuke to become more and more angry because nothing he does works. So eventually he snaps, jumps backwards, and tells Naruto, just die! And he immediately fires off a fireball. Now when the fireball is seen flying towards Naruto starts moving in a strange way. And to the shock of everyone, the fireball will stop mid-air as Naruto will turn and spin and throw it right back and instantly hit Sasuke with his own fireball. One more thing. Most, if not all, elemental jutsus do not work on Naruto unless someone puts enough chakra into it to the point where Naruto himself can't catch it with bending, which I'm probably not going to make a thing, but point being, like 99% of your chakra is going to be thrown right back at you. And when Naruto uses bending, I don't think I said this already, but when Naruto uses bending, it's real. The elements are real. Like, they aren't chakra based, they're literally real, like they are actually there. And they're being used in those exact dangerous ways. Now, they can be enhanced with chakra, but it really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, those are the real elements, and they will fucking destroy you so badly. So Naruto now could be seen looking at Sasuke, who's seen held up against the wall, pretty badly hurt. I told the guy just to give up. He's pathetic. As Naruto gathers his things, he then will walk away. Well, there you see Sakura. Naruto, I'll get you. He's hurt. That's the point. Naruto says, this is an exercise. I told him, don't do anything stupid. He decided to hit me with a fireball. As y'all can see, that didn't really do well for him. Didn't go too well. So instead of talking to me, talk to him about it. As Naruto gets up and leaves. After leaving, Naruto could be seen, sitting down at home, thinking about how he just got promoted to be a Genin. After getting promoted to be a Genin, Naruto sees ninjas run off. And Naruto looks confused. He goes up to Hiruzen's office and will question what's going on with all the ninjas. Hiruzen then will explain that the sacred scroll of stealing has been stolen. Naruto's facial expression quickly becomes a serious one. What happened? He would ask. Mizuki. Naruto will say, I got this. Naruto instantly gathers his things and will immediately lift up off the ground and instantly fly upwards. Now y'all, Naruto only has 2 sub-bendings, okay? The first one is obviously flight. The second one is lava bending. Right now, those are the only ones he actually has. He can do a little bit of ice bending, but it's like only a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. So Naruto ends up flying off at full speed, and once he flies off at full speed, he would land right, like straight up, boom, in the middle of the forest of death, where there you see Mizuki holding a kid by the throat. As he grabs his kunai and he slams it right into the kid, suddenly Mizuki is kicked and sent flying before getting struck and hit by a massive blast of air that ends up slamming Mizuki onto the ground pretty freaking badly. Like, horribly, actually. Mizuki struggles to get up, and when he does get up, only thing he sees coming at him is a flying fist. Mizuki barely ducks within a duck of his life as Naruto grabs him and says, nah. For betraying Konoha, you answer to me. For trying to disturb the balance within this village. For trying to give the scroll away or sell it, whatever you're doing. It is a threat to the balance of peace. And I, Naruto Uzumaki, am the Avatar, and it is my duty to restore balance or to keep peace. One way or another, one of my goals will be achieved. As he grabs Mizuki, and you are a threat to that balance, with Naruto's eyes starting to glow white, as suddenly an air orb begins to form within his hand as he slams it onto Mizuki, causing a massive amount of pain to flow throughout his body. As Naruto then will pick up the sacred scroll. While walking away, Naruto will stop and look at it. Looking at the scroll, the first thing he notices is the multi-Sharingan jutsu. Naruto himself knows he can't even do jutsu, so he just looks at it, ignores it, but says fuck it. He reads the hand signs and performs the jutsu to his own shock. Poof, 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 poof. Thousands of clones would appear. Naruto would laugh. He'll tell one of his clones to grab the kid. The clone will grab the kid as he would end up flying off, realizing that his clone is also flying. This ends up making Naruto kind of become a little excited. With the power of these clones plus his bending, Naruto is a warrior capable of literally controlling every element, jumping pretty much anybody. Whoever gets in his way is going to regret it pretty badly. With this, Naruto then could be seen smiling. This should be great for him, that is. Now, after all that is done, Naruto finally accepts it all. He is perfect. And I mean perfect. So, yeah. Naruto gives everything he got to Hiruzen, explains how Mizuki more than likely tricked him. Him and Mizuki, well, make sure him and Mizuki both aren't punished, just Mizuki. As Naruto turns around and flies off, Hiruzen asks, wait, here. He tosses Naruto some money. Naruto look at it and would thank Hiruzen before going home. When Naruto gets home, he starts thinking about the current war that's going on was in the land of waves. And he's the Avatar. It's his duty to maintain peace and to keep the balance of the nations. Where he comes from, that balance was disrupted pretty badly by one nation conquering all the others. He refuses to allow that to happen again. So he goes up to Hiruzen and asks Hiruzen to do a hiatus on making the teams. He sits down and explains everything to Hiruzen about who he is and what he is. Hiruzen doesn't understand what that even means. He's so confused on like most of it, but he basically demands Naruto show him lava bending, since he explains that that's the only subskill he currently has. Naruto then will turn basically a rock he holds in his hand into lava and throws it in the air, catches it, throws it in the air, catches it. Naruto then says, see what I mean? This is so easy. Yeah. Easy. Sure. Now we just return. Get one more time. One more time. Naruto lands in the middle of the war, of the civil war in the land of waves. And everyone sees this kid wearing these orange colors. As suddenly he says, ceasefire! Naruto would yell, but pretty much no one listens and would all fire off the elemental jutsus before suddenly, since most of them have water style, a few of them weren't using water style, he would instantly lift up his hands, stopping every water style jutsu and literally using the water that, use some of the water to block the other jutsus. Naruto then uses the water he caught and makes an explosion that ends up knocking back everyone. Naruto then will look on with a serious facial expression. My name is Naruto Uzumaki, and I am the Avatar. As then the third Mizukage will walk up. Yeah. Well, I'm the third Mizukage, and you are trespassing onto my lands. Naruto will look at him with a serious facial expression. Stop this war and end your horror. What you're doing is wrong, and you are disrupting peace horribly. Yahiko, whatever that is not his name. Was it? I know it started with a Y, but he tells him you're disrupting peace, and we refuse to allow you to do so, Mizukage. I think he was the fourth Mizukage. He was the fourth. Well, whatever. Water style. Water. Instantly, Naruto rushes forward and goes dead in for a punch as Yagura. Yeah, that was it. Yagura has his water bomb jutsu activating. There, the punch lands, the string goes black, and that's where we end off this video. Alright. If you guys are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. If you guys enjoyed the video, comment down below some ideas. Yes, this is a new series. The next part of When Naruto Can Edit Chakra out. I'm actually gonna have to rewatch the video because I did not. I made this video. I did not record the other parts at all aside from that one. So like, I'm gonna have to rewatch that video. But point being, as if you guys ever want to know like some what ifs that are coming out, join the Discord server. In the Discord server, I would randomly post, like, I'm doing this from here on out. I would randomly post videos in the Discord server that would basically be explaining powers and stuff like that. In said video of explaining powers, it's straight up, literally just that. Just explaining power system. And you guys can guess what the video is going to be, but it's probably going to be Naruto. And I may or may not have other what if ideas that you guys probably won't be expecting to be coming out, but just know one that is coming out, it's gonna get some attention. With this, I'm out, baby.